I believe in you.
Twitch.
Test, test, test. Okay, great, cool. We've had a great day today. I'm just
Hi, everybody.
one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Um, it's
It's a good song.
session 34 by Moonlight. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave off where we left off last time. I don't remember the choice that you guys made at the end of this, so I kind of have to just.
We were fighting crap.
No, that was over.
Oh,
I believe we were heading back to the actual tree that we
The
came
south
from.
tree.
Okay. So then, yeah,
So that we could rally.
about a day or so passes, right back in the southern Great. Your orc mercenaries are still present, and yeah.
oh, I see.
Um, well, I suppose we should try and find. We need help for the squirrel friends.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I had his name.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please ignore that.
What? Oh.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, my mouse was shitting itself.
Um,
Hmm.
wait, did we not get the squirrel's name? Now I feel bad.
Pre-squirrel.
Tree squirrel?
Priest squirrel.
Priest squirrel. Yeah.
Right.
We don't have his name though.
It was not something that was asked yet.
Well, we got our seed, right?
Right.
Should we put that in the tree? Or should we heal the other ones first?
Oh, that's the choice. Yes.
Because the tree in the west is going to take a while to regrow. I don't know, does our dryad need to also take a while to regrow?
So you would note that the tree, as I mentioned, is dying. It still has like the semblance of life to it, but it is definitely very, very
Our tree?
stages of dying yet. Right.
Oh,
Do we
yeah, we
know
should
how
probably do
long?
that then.
I'm sorry. Do we know
No,
how long that process would take?
no.
No.
Yeah, great trees don't really die all the time,
Okay.
and sometimes
Same
they're
with
blasted
how
suddenly.
long it would take. Also, this same would be true of like how long it would take to like regenerate it.
Right.
Right. I think so. One answer is to save it while we can. Because something can get in the way, and we might not be able to get back to it, or it might be too late.
Yeah.
Also,
Um,
just
go ahead.
keep in mind, it's definitely a process that can be engaged in. But yeah, whether or not it's going to be a one for one work and it's going to work
Mm.
is really dependent on like if it's allowed to kind of do what it needs to do, and it's kind of tended.
Would we
tended.
lose the seed if we did it if it's not taking?
There's no like ritual practice to it or anything like that. And yeah, if a seed doesn't start, it doesn't start. So it's
Mm.
Okay.
similar to planting it.
Ronnie
Seeds.
is making her way to the tree.
All right.
And if you make your way up to the court, sorry, gate of the tree, find it as you left it.
She will place the seed in the heart of the dryad or the chest of the dryad.
Okay. In doing so, you would see that it looks like the seed does seem to show like signs that it is starting to kind of burgeon, and it does look like the tree is taking to it as well, almost as if it's awakening something inside of it. Not an instantaneous magic, but there's definitely something happening inside of the chest cavity of the dryad.
Yeah. Great. Ronnie will just as flavor kind of reassure the dryad that they will try and do their best to take care of both this tree and heal the other trees.
Okay.
Should we leave someone to protect this tree? Is it possible that others would try to take this seed and use it elsewhere?
Well, we already have the orcs that are helping us defend this tree. The problem
Right.
is that we need the squirrels to the west. They need defense. So I'm not sure if we want to have the orcs move and then bring in others into this area and just
Mhm,
rotate them. And then also, I don't know if like which order we want to do these in.
mhm.
Then those people were moving towards the northern tree.
Are you talking
Um,
about Seth Highwind and those folks?
no, they're in the center tree.
Okay.
I mean the mage and the others who were trying to bring back. Give me a minute. I wrote it down. They said it a lot. Is it Akashi? No.
Kachi of the Omen Vigil, the leader of the.
No. Okay, that's what that one means. Actually,
Are you looking for the seed? I mean, the squirrel person?
no. Though he might have also been going north. It was the mage who
Oh,
was getting the blood from the tree. Uh,
Oh,
was it
yeah.
Maya? Was her
That's
name?
my that's my
Uh, who was she trying to bring back again?
old auntie.
Old auntie. That's it.
So as you all are kind of like figuring this out, Arya's a little bit checked out. I mean, I think, just like over the table, but then also like you can maybe clock it a little bit. I don't think the way that she's developed, she is going to betray her people to help Alt Auntie. I just don't see it as like a feasible
Bitch is sus.
possibility. Huh?
Old auntie's awfully sus.
Well, I
Oh,
love
you mean
betraying
Arya?
Arya.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Arya's not going to. Oh,
Oh, what did I
I don't
say?
think that.
Did I say Maya?
I think you just referred to her,
Oh, okay.
and I was confused.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was not getting, as of like the last session,
Hmm.
it seemed as soon as like you and Arya heard that like of this old auntie, she was like,
Hmm.
that's not what I was signing up for.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I
there's
could be
definitely a
wrong.
part of her getting drawn in, and
Hmm.
another part of her that's like kind of not. So, I mean, I think as we travel back to the tree and start to strategize, I think I'm back I think I'm disturbed. Arya is sort of disturbed and like not 100% like in
Mhm.
it, but also, not advocating for like chopping down your fucking ageless trees
Yeah.
to release some eldritch being. Um
Who
s-
claims to have ownership over this Feywild, but
mhm,
is not necessarily known to have
right.
ownership, which could be a colonialism thing, but we don't know that yet.
I mean,
I
elves.
Elves.
I don't know that I have any more allies that we can call on to help with the squirrels tree. I mean, we have Yoma's Vigil here and the other groups back in Card and are being leveraged to help figure out what happened with the kegs and Slayer. So our Rolodex is awfully empty.
True. Um, I suppose the best we might be able to do is just push forward to heal the tree, get the other trees to rights as quickly as possible then. Obviously, I
That's,
do worry that they may be overtaken again, but
well, as long as it's not Leshimura again.
I think he's moved on to the northern tree.
I guess the question then is, do we want to head to the central tree or another?
If we head towards the central tree, we could possibly talk to Seth to see if he has any spare soldiers to send westward and
And
then make
possibly
our
deal with
way.
that cult.
True. Hopefully they are fine and not dying.
Yes, hopefully Seth still has his head attached.
We can only hope. Um, I may ask my mother about who this old auntie is to see if she knows anything. Um, it didn't ring a bell for me on who it might be or why she or they lay claim to these trees.
I think that's a good idea.
Back down the tree, gang! Yippee!
On the tree.
Okay. So, you head back, talk to your mom. She would say to you, "It doesn't ring any bells. I've never really been much of a historian or arcanist, but yeah, it doesn't sound familiar at all.
Hmm.
There are plenty of creatures that claim to have rights in the Feywild. There is definitely concern. Uh, era before man started its history that elves were coming into the world then, but I don't think there are many stories like that regarding takeovers in Feywild.
Hmm.
Do we know what kind of creature this old auntie is?
Not really, but they were draining the trees of their, they look like blood. I assume it was
The great
sap
tree's
blood.
sap can be very, but
But other than that, I don't know.
get a library to know. Unfortunately, I really have no desire to leave. These individual mercenaries that you've hired for protection here have been very competent, very skilled. We were attacked by redcaps while you were gone. Put short work
Oh,
to them, and no losses on our side.
good. Red caps are annoying at best.
According to Akachi, she's used to their ilk.
Hmm.
Said that sometimes appear up in Delgan, Imperial Plane.
In Delgun.
That's what Akachi said. If you have more questions for the matter or regarding the matter, definitely.
You might. Well, thanks. We're gonna go try and save the other trees.
Hopeful that
Bye.
the tree here restores itself, and I will personally look after it.
Thanks. It seems like it might be taking root, which is good. Hopefully it continues.
Your
Just be nice to it.
father has always said that I have two red thumbs, so I may not be much help in the matter, but I will do my best to look after it, and if I see something untoward, I'll reach out to Akachi. And she's proven
Okay.
very competent. A lot of the matter.
Seems like it was a good idea to contact her. And then Ronnie will go back out and join the others.
Did we get a long rest in, or what time is it?
You can definitely get a long rest in if you want to.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I
Yeah,
would like a
probably
long rest.
probably want to do that before adventuring into the frozen death cult tundra.
During
Probably a good idea.
Yes.
during the night, the everybody gets their long rest. There's nothing that break that, halt that, or hinder it. But everybody has kind of a very strange rest during your trance, Ronnie. Even in the Feywild, still have to kind of attune their
Hmm.
imperial nature. And the same is true of Term. And when you kind of are trancing, you keep remembering, kind of like almost reliving um, the moment when we're told not to, but you are also remembering the moment when you were kind of emboldened to strike against Leshimor. Like there's this dichotomy where you feel like you are implored to slay a creature that was kind of manifestly doing ill to the Feywild, but at the same
Hmm.
time you're also like their methods may be very strange, but there just feels like there's an urgency. They're saying regarding Tremaine,
Implored by whom?
up to her to figure. Um,
Okay.
Tremaine, your feelings inside of your trance are very Sentinel esque. Just feel like this place, this tree, is what you should be defending. Something powerful here resonates that seems to fill you with energy. You know, it's almost as if like your uh, spell slots, effectively your charge, isn't so indirect like it normally is when you kind of pray in the morning or kind of go through the rituals of your paladinship. It feels like it's almost being drawn straight from the tree that you sit at the base of.
Hmm.
So there's this resonance of light, seems to be kind of like shining over everything that you're doing before you finally get sleep. This moonlight kind of glow about everything in the phase. And when you think about it, recall that it was about 6 days before the moon was supposed to arrive where it's supposed to arrive. And you spent about 3.5 days yesterday up until yesterday. So this would be the 4 day marker for your time until that kind of situation around the moon or comes beneath. I guess the angling and positioning is very hard to delineate. And Arya, you feel a pit in your stomach. Like it feels like there's something that's definitely inside of there, twisting and kind of maneuvering. And you have a very decidedly potent dream of Granny taking Maya, biting her head off, and then this very strange looking old, like, like grandma figure, like just a nice old lady, an old auntie mind, and yeah, Granny also coming up behind her and slitting her throat, and just like tossing her carcass aside, the whole while saying, "You can't leave me. You can't leave me. You have to find a third, or we both die." And then just kind of waking up to like dry heaving, almost. I don't know, melancholic kind of twist in the bottom of your gut.
I'll need some Tums.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
actually,
wild.
that's why we don't have magic anymore, because we have Tums. You can just take
Yeah.
Tums. The effects of witch magic are gone. So,
Yep.
uh,
Or are they?
That's why girls always have tummy trouble.
are Tums witch
Aw.
magic? Who's at 11?
Maybe they're anti-witch magic.
Join us on Dateline.
Uh, Dateline, no. So you said that the dream said that was gave the feeling that we were using the seeds too quickly for Ronnie.
It just feels like there was some measure in Maya and the Red Elves' kind of just attitude towards you saying you were going to restore the Dryads. Like their urgency seemed like it was something about it seemed true.
Oh, so like they were feeling that, not that
Yeah,
whoever was telling Ronnie to
you're,
slay.
yeah, right, exactly. So the slaying,
Okay,
these are two separate instances. There's definitely a
gotcha.
feeling of kind of like kill and do what is needed, and then there's
Hmm.
another feeling that's kind of like or not.
Okay, gotcha.
And kind of I want to put this out on the table, above table, etc., etc. I think it hasn't really been kind of focused on, but I kind of want to make sure that I pointed out when it comes to Ronnie, I'm very much just working on kind of like a Fey Wanderer being kind of like a different kind of wayfinder. So like
Yeah,
the aspects in this nature are going to come at you very kind of pointedly. It's very easy for
right.
you to understand, like because you're being directed. But there are
Yeah,
multiple paths.
right. Okay. It was just the too quickly and then like also like slay that I was like, it,
Gotcha.
but I am clear now.
I'm not yawning. You're
I think your name's Jonathan though.
That's true. That's fair.
So we get our long resty in and then we wake up and what are we doing?
I would let your mother know that they're about that portal, and that it's probably a couple of days before the moon shows up because I'm going to assume that if we go to the central tree, we won't be here during that time period. So
Right. Or do we want to stay here during that time period? Or for that time period? Do we want to check to see if it's even close enough? I know that we had
Oh,
checked before, but
the other thing. When you kind of congregate and kind of get together, there's definitely a chill in the air in the morning. And it just feels like there's like a sharp wind kind of blowing through this area that's not the same as it was before. I would like for anybody trained in nature.
That's me. That's me. 23.
Soul
Sorry, I got a
and
13. The
oh,
second
sorry,
roll was great.
just Ronnie. The wind seems to be kind of the remnant of a storm, potent winter storm, and what you're able to tell is the storm to the east, that storm that was covering the eastern tree, appears to have broken. So it seems that everything kind of west of the eastern tree is warming up.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Possibly.
Or it's bad.
Well, I think we had determined that the tree the tree that we are currently at is the summer tree,
Mhm.
which would make the tree to the west the autumn tree, which we had also
Mm.
determined. The tree to the north should, in theory, be the winter tree, and then the tree to the east should, in theory, be the spring tree.
But they've kind of had a shift.
But they've also rotated. Yeah.
Mm.
So
And global
now
warming.
it's either shifting back or it's shifting further.
Oh
we'll,
gosh.
we'll call it the warming procession.
I mean, staying to possibly deal with the elves on the moon might solve the question of who will help the other tree with squirrels, but not doing anything for 2 days seems like a lot of lost opportunity.
Do we happen to know? I know it took like a day to get to the eastern tree. Do we happen to, or western tree, sorry. Do we happen to have an idea of how long it would take to get to the western tree?
Yeah, so it does
Or
look like
eastern tree?
it does look like the orcs have fashioned kind of smaller craft, not the big autocraft that you had the first time, the one that sailed with
Right.
magic and elemental. Um, you remember when you took that trip, it took no more than 4 hours. So if you can get a decent group of, like, if you get someone to row decently for a crew of 4 people, you could probably do the same, or maybe just a little shy of that by an hour.
To the eastern tree?
Oh, you're going to the Eastern Tree. I sorry, I thought you said the northern or the Center Tree. The Center Tree. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Eastern Tree is going to take about a day.
Okay. But central tree could take us about 4 hours
Yeah, if you got a good rower,
in theory. Yeah,
at most 6.
at most 6. So then it would be a day,
Yeah, a day's worth of activity
like
there and
there
back
and back. Yeah.
for sure.
I think going to the central tree will be our best bet then, um, if they have the smaller vessels.
Best to bundle up then.
We did buy winter gear.
So we're going to go for the Eastern Tree.
No, the central tree
Oh,
right now.
got it. Got it. Keep hearing more
Just
wrong.
kidding, we're actually gonna go. No.
They're going
Just kidding. No.
to the Southern Tree.
Oh,
At the
now
Southern.
we're getting
We're
meta.
actually going back to the maw.
Okay. So, if you are taking that route, if you just have one rower, that rower will need to make an athletics check to determine how well
I
they
do.
do. If you have 2 rowers, there is no roll necessary.
Oh.
But the prerequisite for you to be a rower is you are trained in athletics.
Not me.
I could row. Could Arya row?
Not train.
Okay, I could
I
row.
have a natural affinity for the water. Why doesn't that
Me
count?
too.
Honestly, you sold me. Yeah, you can go ahead and do sailing.
Nice.
That's 2 sailors. The 2 of you that are rowing, because you are putting in the laborious activity, I need a Constitution saving throw. Sounds like I regret my decision. I regret.
Nice.
You're both fine. It's a tiresome activity, but it doesn't tire you out entirely. It takes you about 4 hours to get there, and throughout the entire time, the wind seems to be kind of warming up. The storm that you can't really see because of the tree canopy is breaking, and that kind of patch of where it became ice and snow, it's now kind of strangely and almost magically very different. Like the winter is no longer present; it has melted away. And when you arrive inside of the central tree town, you would notice that has formed up. I don't know if your tentacles are still there. If they are, I'm sorry.
They are. Not the tentacles.
I will get rid of the tentacles. Want me to?
Aw.
Bye, tentacles.
And also, I need to go ahead and kill this fight problem. There. Oh, cool.
Wow.
So, the glory of Einkarad Central Town is before you. It does look like there is no activity. It doesn't look like anything's moving whatsoever. But off in the distance, at the base of the tree, and again, I want to kind of post the handout picture on big tree. Takes up the majority of it, but you can see there's kind of that. This is basically your viewpoint, right?
Yeah.
That kind of staircase that leads up to that dais. All along the stairs on the left and up the middle, on the sides of them, there are what appear to be holes or ball-looking kind of metal or wooden kind of pikes, and they appear to have things on them, humanoid-like shapes on them. And there also seems to be somebody seated on one of the thrones of the
Just out of curiosity, is that a temple there on the western side still real blighted?
So you can't see it from your current vantage point, but a good notation on looking at the map, we will definitely discuss if it comes up.
I suppose we should make our way to the tree. Is there any signs of Seth and the others?
So if you have any means of kind of like doing like binocular vision, you can try and look at the like space up ahead. But like, yeah, if you want to see what's kind
I
of
do.
going on with the center, you do.
Yeah, I have. Well, I have eyes of whatever the shit with my familiar, where I can look through their eyes.
Oh, that just lets you look through another thing's eyes. So you want to send it over that
Oh.
way?
I mean, at least fly up to get a better vantage view.
Yeah, it just seems to be some guy seated on the third from the left throne. Like he's in armor.
Is that visible from where we are?
Barely. What I'm saying. Like you can. See...
Let me re-ask the question. Is that on the map?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Oh, okay. Can you ping where that is on the map?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So there's some body up there.
Yep.
And you said that there were like humanoids on spikes?
Yeah, humanoid figures. There's 2 staircases that kind of like go up on the side, and then there's the main staircase that comes up from below.
Okay.
All along the railings of those are like maybe at every 2 to 3 feet intervals. There are spikes that seem to have people kind of embedded on them.
That's so many.
So like here and here. Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna send my. Well, I guess he can become invisible. I think. So, yeah, can we say I have him turn invisible and I send him out?
And you view through his eyes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. So when you get close enough to see the pikes and the bodies on them, they appear to be wearing the same kind of attire that the cultists were wearing.
Oh, that's good, right?
They don't appear to have their heads. In some cases, it looks like the sewn shut stitches of their necks were blossomed open when the pike was run through them. In other cases, it looks like a head or helmet is kind of left on the top of the pike, like a good foot disparity between where the neck is. There are a couple of individuals who appear to be wearing royal, like, knight armor, but they too kind of appear to have their heads decapitated, kind of situated in this way. And then when you get close enough to see who's on the throne, Seth Highwind sits on the throne with this audacious looking kind of seating. Like, he's got one leg kind of propped over the other leg. He's kind of leaned back in the chair, just very, he kind of looks sexy, to be honest. And then his sword is just lazily kind of set in his lap. It is covered in blood. He is not wearing his cloak.
And that was the third from the left chair.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And if you'd like, you can make a perception check in the form of your creature to see if you spot something else.
Alrighty, let's do that.
Shit.
My grandmother caused some chaos on that dice.
She sure did.
Perception is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have it like trained, so I just gotta click Wiz.
Yeah. So, seeing through the eyes of the creature, you look up, and at the very lowest branch, probably about 30 feet above the court, there appears to be something hanging from the branch. And when you look closer, it seems that the cloak of one Seth Highwind has turned itself into a makeshift noose, and it appears to be hanging what looks like a fey creature, kind of just vibrant pinkish hair, and almost kind of goat-like continence. Just kind of from knowledge and reasoning, you think it's a furbolg, a giant kin creature of the Feywild.
Okay, I relay, and then I bring back my imp. That's weird, right?
It's more than weird. It's very upsetting, Tremaine would say, thinking of what he saw of Seth's things.
I mean, this tree seems to have a long history of being messy.
Yeah, Tremaine is going to head down towards that way.
Ronnie's already heading up.
Rip. Can we just move ourselves there,
Yeah,
John, or
if
do you
you're,
want us
if
to
you're going straight for it, if you have any sightseeing questions as you're making your way, feel free to ask.
I do want to see, as I'm heading up, if as we move along this route, I'm able to see over to that temple on the west.
Yeah, so it does look as though it has kind of telltale signs of blight, but it doesn't look like the mushroom growths are healthy. Like, the blight is kind of dissolving.
Okay.
John, could you
Feels like
please
we're
put
on
an aura of protection around Tremaine?
Yeah.
It's almost like you expect this to go poorly.
And there's no signs of life in the area as we're making our way through.
Again, if you're looking at any specific location, just ask me what when you want to peep.
Like, these are buildings, I presume.
They are,
We
yeah.
would have passed by them.
They kind of go up in turrets and are kind of connected to tree portions. And you would see that as you're kind of moving past, a couple of knights of the king's men kind of pop out and see you. One of them kind of gives you like a gentle wave as you're passing by, but none of them seem to kind of stop you or talk to you.
Okay.
Hermaine would address Seth.
Well, before you get there, anybody else have any questions along the pathway?
Mm,
As we're approaching, I mean, does it look like there was recent snow melt? Are there signs of a battle as we're approaching?
Okay, these are great questions. So first one will be a nature roll. Second run will be a survival roll.
'18 nature, 21 survival.
Nice.
So yeah, it definitely does look like there's signs of a snowmelt, but it's almost as if it kind of just immediately kind of rushed out. So the streams are heavier, and it looks like they're kind of flowing a bit more kind of quickly. And you would have noted as well as you kind of came into the space, the water kind of has this very white and bright kind of glow to it, almost as if like small particulates of snow are kind of causing it to be more reflective of light and kind of create more of a white shining water. The water is probably chilly, to say the least. But so far, you haven't
oh,
fallen in.
nice crisp water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine drinking that?
I
Just
mean, right?
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Stay snow
We could
melt.
invent bottled water.
Just let Seth do whatever he's
Dangerous.
doing and move on. Just make a bottling
Einkrad
plant,
Springs water.
an Eincran bottling plant. We'll just
And signs of a battle?
Oh,
Recent?
right.
Like
Sorry.
blood?
Yeah. So it definitely looks as though there was combat. There's some damage to structures. It definitely looks like there's the patter of movement on the kind of dirt areas off the beaten path here and there. It definitely looks like a skirmish, a very large skirmish occurred here. It also looks like a lot more individuals have kind of, like from where they entered, have left the location. So it seems like there was a staging area about where you're standing now, and it seems that they kind of left the town northeast.
Okay.
When
I
you look
will.
over in that direction, you see a beautiful looking kind of grouping of branches and vines, and in the heart of it, a glowing, pulsing gate, a Feywild, almost kind of in the shape of a pink tree.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Tremaine seems determined. You're walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
Are you following as well, Soul?
Yeah, I'll probably be a little ways behind since I am specifically checking for those signs of things, and that would take some time.
We'll say you're on the landing right before. Okay. You come up. You see Seth doesn't seem to be surprised by your presence. Just kind of lackadaisically seated. Ah, welcome. Bring your mother.
Wow.
Wow, the shade from mom. But he
Right.
would say respectfully, no.
Good. The business here is handled, and I believe by the signs of the winds, the business in the king's work is being
What happened? What happened?
Have,
defeated. The cultist over the tree.
so the tree to the east is being healed?
Being taken over.
Mm. But what of its health?
I don't believe any of our business.
Well,
Elvish
what is there to take over if the trees are dead?
property. Material.
Typical human.
Okay, for me, the way my logic is thinking, just trying to think of like Fey logic. Without the great trees and the great trees' power, the areas would start like withering away, wouldn't they?
They create an equilibrium.
Yeah, okay. Well, without the trees, there's none of that.
He stands up very kind of suddenly, placing the sword down into the tree as he's doing so, and glares at you. Do you think I care? I have no idea how this works. I was told to do a mission. I have done it. I've killed your foul cultists, and they have taken many a great people from me. Now do your magic, elf. If you wish to do what you say is necessary, handle your business.
We will. Thank you.
Good.
Rain would sort of step a little bit closer to Ronnie, kind of to show his allegiance to her.
Yeah, and you would see like after he's kind of mouth off, so you come up and are kind of catching the tail end of that. He kind of just lets his sword linger where it is stabbed in the wood and sits back down in the chair. And he looks tired.
Do you require healing?
I do not need yours. About your
Not
Okay.
to bother you much more, but I can't help but notice that Laris Maladin is not here. I heard that they went with you.
They did.
And what happened to them?
They ran.
In what direction?
North. I sent no one after them. I have no concern for them. They attempted to betray me in what I was instructed to do by King Mason.
I am unfortunately not surprised, since I have plenty of reasons to believe they consort with the cult.
I don't think
The tree?
the Guardian
The Guardian.
points over his. Look up and you see the strange fey creature hanging by his cloak from the tree branch.
Is
What did
bellowing.
they... What do they want?
It is not plotted what King.
I'm sorry, I'm lost here. What did King Mason want?
The king is not certain that the creatures reign over the fealty to him more powerful. I was told if any do defend the crown, that they would be that creature was freed by our efforts. Suspect he showed told him after dispatching friends of gave him most death like and hung him.
Dude.
My
Ronnie really doesn't like Seth right now.
he would
No,
say
well, you know what? I don't really like King Balthania right now.
he would say
That's the one.
he would say my forces half of my forces, the better half have made their way for the my understanding that the great fairy there would probably but assuming their protestations.
Well, shit. I think
Termaine
that's
thinking to himself, am I a baddie? Am I the baddie?
Am
Wait a second.
Wait, am I the
He didn't
evil
do
one?
it.
But I'm
Ariel.
serving a king that's ordered it.
Well, do you serve the king or do you serve
That is
an
true.
oath?
Yeah.
What's that? I serve the king. I'm in the knight of,
The Rose Sword.
The rose
the
sword,
rose
yeah.
sword. Yeah.
Oh.
Whoopsies. You know
Uh-oh.
what? Guess we're going Oathbreaker.
Oathbreaker!
Wow, I guess I'm not the only one serving a shitty master. All right, cool. For once. Okay. Arya looks kind of like, I mean, these people are kind of doing what old auntie wanted anyway, right?
So like he has it. He's just above table. It sounds like what is happening here is the creatures that remain here, the fey creatures that were here, the
Right.
the denizens of this place, were given an ultimatum by Seth and his forces:
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
join King Balthanir in the Balthanir kingdom, and
Or perish.
or be met by Blade. And apparently, so far as you can see, one of them turned the knight's own people against him to fight him, using
Somehow.
enchantment magic,
Uh-huh.
and Seth still pulled out on top. He was a little tired, a little worse for wear, but it looks like he's had a decent amount of rest. Like,
But it seems
Yeah.
like he's kind of disgusted with his orders.
roll insight check.
I would love to roll an insight check. Because that was kind of my read on it. Oh, got a +0. Here we go. 6.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's a fair enough assessment.
Could I use my inspiration to roll again,
If
please?
you want to roll another 20-sided dice and go for it, yeah, you're more than welcome to waste your inspiration, Andy. I'm okay with that.
Oh, fudge.
Let's see you roll good though. You're gonna shove it
Oh,
back down my
no.
throat. You're gonna roll in 20 right now.
20, 20, 20.
Oh my!
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute!
Andy!
Wait a minute!
Hackers.
You know what? You fucking got me. I was like, oh, how cool! You did it.
I'm
Damn.
doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna give you a negative 20 because of your shenanigans.
Oh, stop
I'm
it.
kidding. I'm kidding. Roll it. 13.
13.
13.
So the read that you got initially is fair, but I think the best way to kind of describe it is it's way more nuanced than that. The vibe that you're getting is that maybe he did believe that was the case. Maybe he did have a disgust before, and something about his encounter with the Furbolg changed that.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Fair.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the Furbolg to this tree what the Dryad was to the other tree, or no?
Don't know what the Furbolg's relation to it is, other than he said it was
Okay.
a guardian.
Guardian. Which means he could just have been here to protect the tree. Could we potentially search for the dryad of the tree?
Yeah, you can
I
search.
suppose we could.
You can search if you like. Make a nature roll though.
Okay. 23.
Tree's totally chill. If it definitely doesn't look like its seed's been removed. There's no dryad present or prominent, but there's probably one somewhere in here. In the tree itself, probably.
Right.
But yeah, the tree is healthy. It is not in any way.
Yeah.
Okay. So in a way, that does tell me, at least. I mean, do you share that with Arya?
Yeah, she would Ronnie like kind of upset with Seth still.
Yeah.
Having like also just like the whole situation, but like she's kind of like checking doing the magic and checking on the tree.
Typical
Kind of like running her hand.
bull-headed male.
Yeah, she was like, fucking male humans, always
They're the
so
worst.
impatient,
They're the worst.
and
You want to kill him?
I mean, she's mad, but she doesn't think that she can fight Seth.
You want to kill him?
We could try together. I mean, I will say that, like, what if we just join the Fae? But there's not really like a Fae, like, institution, right? Here, they're just sort of scattered, as far as we can tell.
Or like right now, I think that they would be, just based on how the tree's health has, not necessarily how the tree's health has been, but like how cold it's been. Once checking on the tree, Ronnie would come back up to Seth and point to the portal that goes to the east.
That goes back to the material.
Ah, okay. Thank you. That was it.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm just waiting for you to tell me what you guys do next.
I suppose Seth has it. She'll kind of like say it like on the steps, kind of loud enough. It seems Seth has it very much handled here right now. Let's continue our journey. Kind of like both giving him a compliment, but also like annoyed with him still.
But yeah,
Like clearly he's competent,
Yeah, it seems
whether
like
or not they agree.
might be a good time to head back.
And back?
Mhm.
Your mic seemed to change somehow, Tom.
You're very quiet.
How about now?
perfect.
There you go.
Well, wow.
And apparently that slight movement was out. Yeah, I think we probably should head back because, if the knights are going around trying to get people to bend the knee.
You already follow the
Yeah.
king. Why would he have you redisplay your loyalty? You're a lord and
Right.
lord of Garden.
I am, but their mom isn't.
No, the mom's fine. Yeah, totally chill. Son's a knight.
Well,
He's already sworn.
Except-
Until she's not.
He's already sworn fealty. That happened when she came to the
except
castle.
Seth is like anti their mom apparently.
No, he just asked if she was there.
In a
I mean, he had
tone.
he had a
He
yeah, he had a
seemed very
tone.
happy. Yeah, he seemed very happy that she was not here.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of shade there.
There was a good amount of shade.
That's a fair vibe. But again, yeah. As far as besides
The way
that,
I'm reading it now, the way I'm reading it now is that he has a crush on her,
Really?
and so he's resentful.
No.
My assumption is some fear that she would not have taken to the Furlbog's death particularly well.
Well,
That's
yeah,
fair.
that's the reasonable read, but I don't know.
He's like, is your mother here?
yeah.
Is your mother here?
Oh,
No,
okay.
not
Yeah,
that one.
exactly. Ronnie's mom has got it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
why Slayer ran away in the middle of the night. He was like love crushed. There's like a love triangle here.
She's a heartbreaker.
But but it's
Ooh.
actually a love square. But like one point of the square is like super far away. Your dad's just not even here.
Wow. You know what? I want to be
I
really
know.
honest. I totally assumed that that it was like a situation where dad was more like a sperm donor and then just disappeared. I don't know why.
No.
Well,
He-
the mom is
He's a-
such a boss.
He
Yeah.
went out for Feywine one night and never came back.
It's elf.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
the extrovert in the relationship, and he's the introvert who just stays in his library.
They're
Oh,
elves.
he's a cock.
Elves are different. Cuckoldry is different in elven culture.
Okay, because I also thought that Akachi and Mom, had a little.
Oh, yeah.
You're calling my mother a slut?
No,
It's your
a
right to do.
boss.
It's your right to do so if you want
Oh my
to.
god, no way.
You of course can.
She's a
Call her.
she's a player.
Definitely call her a dirty little slut if you wanted to. Like,
Oh my god, I don't
say, oh my
want to do
god,
that.
Oh my
about their
god.
mom.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible. So we should probably head back to our mother to make sure she's not breaking any more hearts, apparently.
We don't want to go north? Keep heading north?
We
I
don't
mean,
have
we're rested.
time,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I also kind of
Because
hope that portal went to the east tree for the same reason.
that's what
But
I was really hoping for. I knew it
What?
probably didn't, but
We don't have time. What are we?
the moon.
Oh, the moon thing. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'd rather do that than keep fucking around with these colonizers.
yeah, let's go colonize the moon instead.
Well, it's already been colonized, right?
By elves.
By the
Yeah.
elves.
All right.
I mean,
By my great, 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 great.
wait a minute. You're not
Don't worry
part
about it.
elf.
Don't worry
Are you
about it.
part? Are you part elf?
Don't worry
Don't worry
about
about
it. Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Touchy.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay, so you're heading back to the southern tree. Nothing
Yeah.
else you want to do here, right?
I mean, there's plenty that we want to do, but we don't have time.
Sounds like a you problem. I'll go ahead and move
Uh,
you to.
Yep.
Oh,
I might want to. I think it might be prudent to go check the blight at the temple just real quick, because I will know from stories in the past that was a significant problem a long time ago, and it doesn't look like it has spread and might be dying. But better
Yeah.
to confirm.
so when you kind of go over to the temple, there are some people who are kind of out and about in the apartments and such near the western side of the town. So that would be kind of like over here. Here. But the paths kind of lead through there without issue. The people who are present are King's men. They are definitely members of Death's entourage. There's nobody present outside of the temple. It definitely looks like the light material and kind of growths are all kind of dead. And they don't look like they've been dead for long, but they look like they've been dead long enough.
When we say not for long, can I estimate whether we're talking months, years, decades?
You make a nature roll and get a ballpark. Yeah, you're doing great.
23. Yeah.
Within days, like days ago. So this was definitely present here. And as you kind of take and factor into accounting, like it's almost as if the second that the dead tree to the west was pushed out of its Leshimora and its Sharad problem, is probably when this died.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay.
And we always knew that the blight came from the west, but we never have seen it kind of link.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember with the Formorians and some other Formorians and other things. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
North.
technically 2 trees we helped. 3 trees now. Eat shit, Seth Highwind.
He doesn't care about trees, man.
He really doesn't. He's very anti-tree. You know what? You know who likes trees? My
Your mom.
When you give a guy a
Wow.
sword, everything is a sword fixable problem. The way a tree is fixed by a sword,
Is to chop it down.
yeah.
Oh man.
Typical
Jermaine
male
doesn't think that.
human.
Jermaine is exactly what?
Termaine is
What?
also an elf, and elves live longer, so they have more
I go
patience.
around hacking up trees.
Well, you
Oh.
are serving the king that
Is
is,
hacking it.
enacting that. So
Well, and you could see his look of horror through realizing that.
so are we gonna rebel and join the Fae?
Out of the frying pan.
Or rebel and join old auntie.
No.
Or rebel
It's
and
fire.
Oh man.
join the Helma,
Or the hags.
the Hags.
You
I'm
could
going
swear an
back.
oath to the hags.
I'm going back to
I
my
thought there
parents'
needed to
house
be
brewing
only one
potions.
more.
Y'all on your own.
Wow.
I'm gonna go play Potion Maker.
Moon stops
Ooh,
for.
can I come?
Okay. So, do you return back?
Yes.
Okay. It would seem that tomorrow is the day that the moon will arrive. Now it's not a perfect 1-for-1. So when the moon is accessible, it will be day 1 of a total of 3 days that it will be in phase and connected. So it's not like you have to jump on and then wait a whole month to get back or something.
Yeah.
But you do have a timeline.
Yeah. Gotta be quick about it. Quick-ish.
Could just be there for a month. Why not?
I mean, this place seems like it kind of sucks. So
Do they have trees?
Cardin has a hell pit. This place has colonizers. Maybe the moon's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
It'll be the first time anybody in my campaigns has ever made it to the moon. But we've definitely had
Oh.
discussions
We gotta
about
go.
it.
We gotta go. We gotta get on there right now.
Gotta zoom.
On that moon train.
If you leave,
Zoomies.
don't go into the temple. You don't check anything else out. You're just heading back. You arrive back at nightfall. Wish to go now or get another long rest after traveling for an entirety of a day? I need to. I get constitution. Exhaustion.
I mean, we know
I
that
mean-
the moon's gonna be here tomorrow, not today.
At midnight,
Right?
Yeah, I mean, we could just go in the morning. I'm tired. I had to row a boat. Do I look like I'm built
Yeah.
for that?
He didn't really row the boat.
Yeah.
I had my
I don't know. I
had
can't.
my arm on that one too. It's like putting over your hand.
I can't see with your robes, so
Rowing a boat.
you could be.
It can't be a 1-for-1 with Ghost. That's not how this works. Termaine is like arms wrapped around Soul rowing.
Solstice sitting in his
Arya,
lap.
Arya just
Give me the ring, Arya. It's mine now.
Wow.
the fuck away from my
Dang.
man. And then there's a fight, and Arya
And
wins probably.
then the thing comes out of the belly and eats up Soul. It's good.
Yay!
Whoa. It's turned
Campaign
into
over.
Alien.
Long rest, then moon.
So nap
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You
Wait.
sleep.
Are we waiting till the next day? Is that what's
I
decided?
think
in the
that's what we
morning.
decided.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You would sleep, and similarly to last night, you have very similar dream. The dreams in question are elevated, though, and the vibes and feelings therein are definitely kind of increased. Jermaine, you feel the just raw need to be here at this tree. You feel like leaving this tree might be a problem.
But that's how I felt about the other tree.
Ronnie,
Mm-mm.
you feel that you are on the right path, but you also feel like there's this lingering kind of doubt that's now kind of welling up. It's again someone else's feeling, but their intent, for some reason, just keeps coming back to you. And it's not like a doubt you have to realize, it's just something that keeps nagging at you.
Okay.
Soul, you see that everything prior to sleep is bathed in moon. And when you sleep, you can see the moonlight. And as you look in closer, you can see what looks like the bodies of people you can't identify being burned away by the moon, being completely and horrifically just melted. It's like the end scene of Terminator, right? You know, but like moonlight, like a beam cannon directly on them.
Sick.
I am familiar with what that would be like.
Yeah, I've maybe done it to some people.
I might have done the move the squirrel tried to do, except I was immune to it. But
Arya, you feel like it's no longer a situation where it's like this weird kind of like hit in your stomach kind of feeling. It's more of a I feel like I'm no longer alone, like someone's with you. It almost feels like you're directly being imbued with power by Granny.
Spooky.
You awake the next morning.
Hey, we're in the tree. Are there like bedrooms here, or are we just like laying in like some pile of moss or something?
Oh, there's those little houses outside. You're not.
Oh, the houses.
You're not.
You're
You're
right.
not in
Okay.
here yet. I'm just setting up that for when you plan to go
Mm.
into the moon.
I got you. So when we're all together, I would say, hey, wait, is anyone here have any medical background or trained in first aid or anything?
Yeah, I work for Trauma Team International. Oh, wait, wrong game. Sorry.
Nope.
me and my
no.
family have helped many travelers on their way to Cardin. So
Okay. Well, it's good because you also have a bit of an arcane, um, learning. Could you do I could you see if I'm seem more cursed than normal?
I don't need to
I
do a
don't
check
know.
for that.
Well, I mean, I know generally I
Oh,
just
yeah,
have a kind of cursed vibe, so I know, but I've been having odd dreams. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
The little Star Trek thing.
Yeah. Yep. Gonna pull out a tricorder and
It's called a med tech scanner. Wrong game. Sorry.
all right. Not a fake quarter.
It's like he's trying to tell us something.
No, I'm not trying to tell you anything. So if you do kind of a once over and kind of check her out, go ahead and make a medicine roll.
I am gonna. My character sheet apparently doesn't want to cooperate, but I will use my advantage feature just because it seems important.
Okay.
I really want to make sure I get this right for Arya.
Yeah. So she does appear to be a bit kind of like under the weather. She kind of got sweats probably. Like just definitely seems like she's suffering from some case of like indigestion or possibly food poisoning. That's what you would see on a medical term.
Yeah, there definitely does seem to be something not quite settled with your stomach. I know there's some plants around here that can help with indigestion, but
I think it's arcane. I don't know. I don't think an herb will soothe this. Okay. Does it seem like my question is, and I don't know if this can be answered, is like, do I have like 3 days to live or some shit? Like, I don't know.
No.
Is there okay?
The best way to describe it from Soul's perspective, and the Arcana check kind of relays exactly what I'm about to say without change, is that
Oh God.
Arya is like on the cusp of the poisoned condition. Like it definitely seems like she is going through something internally, and that is having an effect on her physical form.
Okay.
Um,
IBS. Got it.
I be shitting.
And in a day or two, it might be Crohn's, except in this case, it'll be Crone.
Dead.
Rose.
Oh my god, I'm
If I
done.
could give you
I'm out.
inspiration.
So
I
when
know, that
when a
was-
Haggai's
that
stuck
was
in your
good.
belly, it's called Crohn's disease.
Yep.
Oh.
Wasn't intentional.
So
But
Nailed
Jermaine
it.
would take. Jermaine would
Uh,
come closer to Arya and would touch the ring to Arya's ring, and do warding bond.
Thank you.
Now I'm trying to make. How do you make the damn thing show? I don't see it. Like, how do I make it go? To show the effects of it. Crap.
So you come down to the location as you
There
see
it is.
it. It is still glowing with moonlight. When you look down the hole, you can see a kind of portion of the well beneath you. It seems to be kind of brightly lit, but like a white portion of a crescent. A circle is kind of interposing under.
I want to head down.
And as you remember, you kind of glide down if you just descend. Obviously, you can grab the branches to kind of help you away. That's up to whether or not you wish to. Anyone else?
Yeah,
I'll
probably.
also go down. I'll follow them.
As you
Sure.
descend,
All right.
you would see that it does appear as though you are falling down to the surface of the moon. As it stands, vision of it would be similar to looking at the moon from like videos and stuff that you captured, or obviously not that you've captured. I mean, seen, what have you. And as you're descending, it looks as though the sky around you is kind of blanketed with this beautiful golden light from some distance away, but that seems to kind of create this horizon line in a place that has no bottom or top. It's like a line that's being drawn across the sky by this very strange light. It looks like the sun. It just looks like the sun distorted by the astral sea.
Mm.
Um, as you continue to descend, the moon beneath you starts to take more of a physical shape, and you can see kind of networks of waterways. You can see the kind of soft glow of everything. And when you're looking at the Earth from this kind of position, you would see like the tops of forests being kind of bright green, iridian thing. Here instead, it's this very strange kind of silverish orange color that seems to kind of cross the landscape. Um, and it seems that you're being let down or descended down to a very high looking rock ridge. On the top of that ridge is a structure. The structure itself looks like it is completely battered and ancient, like the stonework inside of the tree, but to a higher degree. It looks like it's wind blasted as well. It has definitely a lot of damage over time. And it seems that wherever you want to land is possible, you're kind of falling in this low state, but it feels like it's kind of drawing you towards the space. The sun is definitely kind of capturing a lot of your attention, but as you kind of get closer to landing, it feels as though it's kind of settling neatly on the horizon of the moon. And based on your kind of interpretation of it, it feels like you're landing left in the morning. It feels like you're landing in the afternoon.
Is that because of the position of the moon, or because there's time travel?
No, so you think that the time would definitely be different or related different, similar in kind to, like if you're on the northern hemisphere of the Earth, this kind of understanding of like where you are temporally in the seasons is different. If I was in Japan and you were remaining here, it would be different.
Mhm.
So you're kind of leaving at two. Think of it as like two orbs that are facing off against each other. You're leaving the left side of one and joining the right side of the other. You're
Sure.
effectively
Yeah.
They're like
But
magical time zones.
Yeah,
yeah,
we went from phase standard time to astral standard time.
yeah. The daylight savings time
Okay.
chart is a fucking noxious. The Elvish one, it's so horrific. Um, when you land as well, like the kind of glow of the astral sea is very prominent, but it's also strangely dark, like a dark light. Like I mean, like a black light. It feels at once brilliant, but at the same time, kind of like darkening, kind of like not quite right. Um, from this position, you can see that there is a passageway that leads out of this small little area that you're landing upon. And also, once the sky becomes more quieted, on the horizon, in a direction you can't understand yet, north, south, east, west, you're not even certain, but in this direction, off in the distance, hailing above what appears to be a broken apart citadel, glowing black sword shape. And that sword shape to Soul looks familiar.
I start heading that direction.
Is that like your grandmother's cleaver or something?
Something like that.
All
Okay.
right.
I like swords, says Tremaine.
I mean, I thought the sword was stuck with that weird demon monster thing with all the arms and whatnot. But hey, apparently it's here.
At the base of this stair here, you can see that down below it looks like there's very strange looking statues kind of arranged at the base of the structure. When you come down to it, realize that the statues here are immaculate craftsmanship. They appear to be completely perfect, detail perfect, and they seem to depict a scene in action very strangely. There's a young man, or human looking man, who looks like he was in a martial position holding something very large, and he's kind of down to the ground, and his hands appear to have been broken and are in pieces on the ground at his.
Huh.
Um, everybody make a perception check on the man.
11.
21.
Remain, everyone's kind of looking at it like, huh. But there's a very strange resemblance between Soul and the man. There's just something about the two that look similar.
Is it Sarth?
Like not like identical, but just
That was
similar.
my assumption.
Oh, there's definitely some familial nature here. Like you think that they might be related. The craftsmanship, like maybe it's just an accident or like a trick of the moonlight. You're not sure. But it definitely feels like they look similar. There's certain aspects about the feature of their features that kind of. Another statue appears to be a maiden who is still holding her weapon kind of up before her like this. And she is wearing armor that has moon symbols on it. Her hair is broken apart, like each strand individually, like, has been kind of formed of stone and has fallen away over time. And the last individual that you see here that's kind of present, kind of away from the two and kind of hidden away, but like still kind of engaged with whatever was happening in this area, is a goblin with a bunch of knives on its body, carved onto its body. Laying on the
Aww.
ground are actual knives that have become rusted over time. But this goblin's knives that it's holding and that are on its body, those are stone.
Well, I didn't expect to find such craftsmanship on the moon.
Can this kind of craftsmanship even be done? Or are they frozen, like petrified like this?
It's a good question. Unfortunately, I'm not Lord Blaze Hatchet, so I probably couldn't tell the difference.
I am not either.
Time to continue approaching the sword.
Okay, so as I mentioned, off in the distance, it looks like there is a city. The city in question looks very structurally ancient, and parts of it are kind of broken apart, blasted by this horror scape. But there does seem to be activity, especially since as you approach, the late afternoon time becomes more even. Um, and it does look like there are lights kind of present throughout this moon. Despite the darkness, the glowing black sword radiates, and you can see it. It's like a black light on black that kind of glows and kind of pops from the starless night above. And every so often, kind of wafting about the castle's periphery, you can see what appears to be kind of glowing blue motes of energy. The city's primary gate looks like it is blasted open, but it almost looks as though it was blasted open from the inside.
Hmm.
And there are no signs of life present here. If you're looking for signs of life directly, or if you're looking for something specific, I think I know Soul's modus operandi. I see sword, I go under sword. But if anybody has anything that they want to address or like put in, um, if not, we're going to Sword Town.
Would Ronnie be able to tell what those blue lights are, by chance?
Go ahead and make an
Or
Arcana roll.
oh, sick. 3.
All right. No. The answer to your question is no. She would not
I
be
am
able to
unfortunately locked in
identify.
on Sword Town, so I will not be rolling.
Sword Town is
That's
ahead
fair.
for sure. Okay. So, anybody else have any kind of diverting efforts?
Oh, sword.
Sword. Okay.
Sword.
The sword appears to be over what it looks like a temple that seems to be of kind of a higher reverie than just your typical church or kind of structure. It's like it's a almost palatial. Um, it seems that the roof above the space beneath the sword light broken away. It was a domed structure to have fallen inward. On the exterior, as you're making your way around for entry, it looks as though a lot of the gates or passageways or doors have been barred, sealed. Um, if you wish to force your way in, you can. If you wish to search for a different method of entry, you can. Let me know what kind of pathway you want to go about. Or if you want to use magical means to kind of gain access to the temple structure.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this is out of character, but I would have no clue.
He may not have any clue in character.
Sorry, you were talking about the gate being barred.
Yeah, the gates are barred. The doors are kind of sealed. There might be a passageway. You'd have to seek it out. That isn't blocking you. But it's definitely a situation where the immediate entrances are not immediate.
And the sword is hovering above all this, is that correct?
Yeah, hundreds feet in the air, and at this distance, you would realize too, it is not sword sized. It is very much larger than sword. Like off in the distance, it looked, oh, it's kind of sword sized. But then when you got closer, it's like 50 feet tall.
But still the familiar shape. Just
Yes.
possibly a giant version thereof.
It's like a silhouette formed of light of the black sword of Staccionato.
Dang.
It was a tongue twister. I almost biffed. So, breaking through the doors, seeking a different entryway, using magical means to gain access.
Ask politely if we can come in.
No one answers.
Dang.
I could just chain cast levitate and go into the sky until gravity fails and touch the sword.
Yeah? You want to touch this? Touching the sword is the goal, sure.
Why don't you just stab of power that bitch? Just
Can you,
boom, and then just jet yourself up there.
before we get there though, can you go ahead and give me an Arcana roll? Let me know what you got.
A whole 14.
Yeah, touching the sword sounds like a great idea. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
Far better than me.
Did anybody else want to try Arcana? Might be crafty at it.
I could.
I
Do we
can.
have to be trained?
You don't.
Let me.
Sick,
I
I
was
want
going
to
to
try
say,
again.
let me use
18!
my.
Yeah, with an 18, you're still kind of like not quite sure you know what it is. And Termaine, you kind of
24.
look at it and you know less.
Like,
But there's something about the
sword?
radiance, Ronnie, that's just like kind of feels like gross.
Oh.
And Arya, you realize that the spell has a lot in common with what is known as a Spear of Annihilation, or the spell Black Blade of Disaster, only in a
Oh boy.
Ooh,
lighter form.
cool.
Wow.
Okay. And that's like on
That's
this sword.
that's hovering about 200 feet above the temple structure, and it is about the shape of the sword is about 50 feet tall, probably somewhere around 15 to 20 feet wide, and
So,
it lingers in the air, kind of pulsing with its dark energy above the temple.
so at first glance, it may seem, decorative. I reckon it's rather more like a sentinel. So are we living on the moon now, or what?
Oh, thanks. I got
I
right.
don't want to live here.
You don't?
No, not really.
Well, this is where we live now, though, Ronnie.
I want to go home.
Who said that?
Perhaps we should go check that town.
Yeah, you
Well,
Did
kind
we
of
not walk through it?
walk through it. You kind of walk through it. I asked if you had
Okay.
anything that you want to investigate. Likewise, and the only answer was sword. Now you're at the temple.
No.
now that I know,
No. Ronnie was looking at the blue lights that were floating around in there. She's
And they
just
are
not
pretty
very
lights.
smart.
Yeah, they are pretty lights. Is I
uh,
think
I,
what we got on
I,
estimation.
I will, I will suggest we return and look a little closer now that
Sure.
I can tell that this is not my family's sword necessarily.
Well, if you want to enter in, you can. You have to either breach or you have to find a point of egress that is more readily willing to perceive you.
How far is it from the town space? I guess
It's in the town, so it's not.
Okay.
There's no. I guess it's 0 feet.
Okay, I was sorry. I was trying to.
Yeah.
I just feel a little dirty about breaking into a temple on the moon.
You know.
I mean, I usually feel pretty dirty just thinking about breaking into a temple in general, but
Now with
to
it
each
being
their
on the
own.
moon, yeah.
I
Crazy.
just feel kind of dirty all the time.
That's just your IBS.
That's the witchcraft.
I know.
That's the witchcraft. No.
Bigotry.
911.
Are they like when you say they're barred? Is it just like something that we could see on the inside, or are they like pretty physically barricaded substantially?
At some points physically barricaded, like you've got doors that like appear to be locked. Again, there's plenty of doors that are kind of immediately visible, right? When you're thinking of temple, don't think of like a simple kind of 2-door entry kind of space. We're talking like, big church, like Sistine Chapel kind of huge church. So again, there are doors that you can see that are immediately, they appear to have kind of restrictions set upon them for you entering.
There's no like, this is the entrance to the temple. Welcome.
Right. There's no that. There's no welcoming
Aw,
committee.
man.
There's no. It does not seem that they want you to enter the temple. That's right.
Is there a tourism agency?
Oh, sorry. You guys did pass by the tourism agency, right? No, there's not. Sorry. It definitely looks like
There's
this
no-
place. If there's
There's no Stashian Tourism Bureau.
if there are people in
Aw.
this town specific, this nameless town, then yeah, you don't know who they are or what they're
They're
doing
hiding.
here. Yeah,
Or they're not around.
They haven't come out yet.
There.
Hello?
No response.
Damn, this town is not very friendly.
I don't think anyone's here to be friendly.
Doesn't Liz have like tremor sense or something, so she would know if there were people around?
There's nobody
the building?
close. Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
I don't have tremor sense though.
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's something. True sight or I don't know, whatever.
but I will say, just right now as it stands, it doesn't seem like there are people immediately around you. There might be people inside the temple.
Yeah. I have beast sense.
There are definitely beasts inside of the temple.
Are they furries?
But that's not how beast sense work,
I know,
but I'll
I
take
know.
it.
Well, I don't know.
I wasn't like. I guess I was kind of partially genuine. I don't know. You decide.
If Beast Sense can't detect furries, I don't want it.
The spell's useless.
There's a question for the playtest channel.
There you go.
Is B-Sense detect furries? Is B-Sense know about furries?
Does B-Sense want to know?
Is
about
B-Sense
furries?
dating app for furries?
That would be a great app.
Oh yeah, it's called B-Sense. For furries.
I would love it.
Too bad Tyler's not watching. Allegedly.
Don't call him out like that.
Allegedly.
Sure.
I don't know if he's a furry for sure.
You just gotta ask him. So, how do we want to get inside the temple?
If at all.
Or do we want to... We came here for elves and I see no elves.
We had
And this-
seen them before. Had I seen something in the distance? I can't remember if we saw what looked like figures moving around, or we just saw all the buildings when
Yeah,
we
the
had
buildings
peeked.
and glowing lights is what I said.
Yeah,
Obviously, this is that.
we
Like,
didn't see...
it's not like
people.
all glowing lights. It's yeah.
The blue lights are what we saw moving around. We
There was
just
that.
assumed that they might be people.
Maybe I should take a stab at see what the blue lights are.
Yeah,
Go
they're
ahead.
weird.
Roll me an Arcana
They're
roll.
really pretty.
Also an 8. We are all dumb as fuck.
They are
Let's
blue
go.
and they are lights.
Arya, it's your time to shine.
8. They are blue
Uh,
and they are also lights.
let me see here.
She also gets
Okay.
22.
okay. Bless.
So, they appear to be moving as though they are some form of corporeal undead. And as you kind of peer at them more, you realize that the light is kind of forming a ball-like shape around what appears to be a manifestation of a soul in the form of a ghost.
Oh no, they're just ghosts.
Them being visible is
Moon
not
ghosts.
very common when it comes to ghosts. They typically hide in the near ethereal or fully inside of other person's body via possession. So them being this visible is very stark.
Okay, well they're not usually this visible. Don't get too close. You don't want to get possessed.
Ronnie's like
Ronnie's about to like put one in her mouth.
She's like holding a
Just like
person. It's like,
like a burger.
but it's like
Just-
Laszlo from fucking. It's like his ghost form. And you're like, what? I don't eat this.
Huh?
If I were to approach one and try to speak to it, does it react?
They're kind of high up, so they're like on the parapets and rafters of like the temple area, and they're like in the ramparts of the fortifications on the outside of the structure. They don't appear to
I
be
will yell
ground.
up at them.
Yeah, if you yell up at them, they seem to kind of start mitigating, or like migrating rather, around you above and slowly start descending. But they're not like, it's not a menacing descent. It's like this weird, just kind of strangely eerie descent of these blue lights. They probably somewhere in the ballpark of around a dozen of them.
Mm-mm.
Are
Oh,
you the inhabitants of here?
There's no response other than this very kind of eerie wailing.
That's what you love to hear.
Think. Okay.
You wait for them to come to your level.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
I guess.
Yeah.
No apprehension whatsoever?
I mean, there's apprehension,
Okay. Tell me how that
but we're
makes
letting
sense.
it happen.
So wait, as that happens, I'm gonna slap.
Why are you slapping someone?
That's how I work my magic. I'm slapping.
Oh.
Tier. Termine. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I've had a very long week. Termaine. With why I click and spell no work.
Because
I know no.
Protection from evil and good. Protection from
why
evil
don't
and
spell
good.
come out of my mouth correctly?
I believe in you.
So you
It's
cannot
that
get
tongue
possessed.
piercing from Bless. It's just it makes.
You want to know why?
It's not good for talking.
You want to know why Roll20 know how spell come out and Mouth know how spell come out? Because neither of you can spell.
Because update Roll20.
I did a pun. It was really good,
I'm
and
out.
nobody cared.
You know what?
No,
I'm out.
I get
I'm
you.
done. So hopefully you won't get possessed.
Okay. So yeah, they
Thank
when
you.
they see that kind of back away and kind of stay away from the group.
Okay, cool.
The features that you're able to detect through the glowing blue is they appear to be elves. Very strangely kind of tall and hairless.
Okay, so in my mind, the blue lights were like this, but you're saying that they're like
Oh, again, yeah, you were
people
you were
sized.
looking at them at a distance for sure. Like most of them would be that were kind
Okay,
of off in the distance. Now that they're here, they're like the
So they
size
were
of
like,
yeah, they're like the size of like a smart car or like the like size. It's like a pretty size. It's like the size of a porta potty, and there's a person in it, and they're glowing porta potties. I should have just said that from the beginning. I don't know why I didn't just say that.
Yeah, that's so
Such
much more. That's so much more straightforward.
so
Yeah,
artistic. Like this is definitely yeah.
truly a wordsmith.
They're like glowing
high
spirits.
fantasy.
High fantasy. I'm not high. Shut up. But no, like they're kind of like force ghosts set inside of like a glowing blue sphere that's kind of holding them.
Okay. Well, they're not the right size for Ronnie to try to eat them, so that's good.
It's 2 meals, whatever.
pretty hungry.
And my
Just 2 meals. It's
My-
fine.
my prayer seems to be kind of keeping them at bay, so that's good.
And that gives us more time to speak to them.
Again, it seems that H kind of asked her question, and I really can't think of anything.
Ah!
It's that. It's that.
Well, I don't have talk to dead or speak to dead or where the fuck that spell is. I don't have that. So
I don't either.
Speak with the dead would require their corpse.
Yeah.
well, I don't have it, so I don't know that in character.
I get you. I'm with you. I understand, and I'm sorry.
Out of character, I know stuff about spells and how they work. I promise.
I just don't know how to
I
say
believe
their
it.
names. I just don't know how to say it.
It's been a long week
Yeah.
for all of us.
That's fair.
I assume if I ask them about Einkrad, they just make the spooky ghost noises.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're
Whenever Elizabeth like looks at the camera, all I see is like spreadsheets reflected in her eyes.
She's gone.
She's gone.'s a spreadsheet. No, but yeah.
So how about for funsies? Why don't I, with my right hand, try this great Hierophant ability to turn undead with channel divinity to see how they react to that?
You also are a level 5 cleric, so at certain levels it obliterates.
Oh my god.
I mean, Moonlight on Moon. It's fine.
They all blow apart at the at the showing of your sign, and your coursing of divinity through your body out through the sign.
Oh my god. Is it
What
like
did you do to them?
It is a violent destruction of their spirits.
does it look cool and good or does it look like kind of fucked up?
It looks raw as hell, right? Like it looks raw as hell, but
Yeah.
like there's like a underlying kind of like oh shit that happened, so it's kind of like a oh damn kind of thing. It's not like a oh cool. It's more of like a
If this was like in middle school, everyone would be like, "Oh!"
But
Yeah.
but so my also it's not like they've been released.
no, it's not
Like
that
it's not
shit.
like that.
No,
Oh no.
Like- Oh, what did you just do?
It was Moonlight. I don't.
I don't think that they liked it.
This is what happens when you give priest powers to some motherfucker that's not a priest. This is disturbing.
some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
It doesn't sound like they were having a very good time.
I mean,
Anyways.
that's fair. They did.
Fair enough.
They did just yell.
Well, maybe that was their language.
Oh, they weren't screaming when they got obliterated. I will say that.
Oh, that's good.
That's
At
the
least
point.
there's that.
They were too frightened to scream.
It was either
Did they
Yeah.
specifically stop screaming when it happened?
No, they
So
eventually.
you're
stopped
saying they
screaming.
liked it.
I'm saying like okay, so like imagine like
So their silence was their consent. Got it.
so what I'm saying is they were screaming at nothing before. It didn't sound like they stopped screaming. The thing happened. They stopped screaming. Do we
Oh, I
understand? We're
see.
on the same page? Okay, cool.
You silence them.
Forever.
Like that GIF, exactly like that GIF.
Exactly like that gift.
Wow. Okay.
Like he was saying something about Mr. Shark, and then he was gone.
Well,
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
I thought that might work out a little differently, but I suppose that we don't have to worry about being interrupted trying to get into the temple.
Okay, so are we going to break through a door, or are we going to look for a different route, or are we going to use magic to fly in?
Does it look like there's an easy point to fly in with
Like if you have the spell
magic?
fly, yes.
Levitate, slowly get us there. Now, gotta be.
What if I climb the building?
If you want to, you can try. You have a climb speed, so yeah, but it's just getting down from there.
Fair.
Also, well, I
Perhaps
mean, you
our
could always climb in through a window and then let us in.
perhaps
Yeah.
our handsome, strapping paladin friend would like to rip a door off.
I also have Artisan Sorrow.
Of course.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just wail like the ghost at the door. It'll be.
Just
Arya will
Troll.
nudge, Tremaine. Hey, it's just a little more colonizing,
It's just the honeydew list. Don't worry about it.
like
There,
back
yeah.
in Ankrod.
honeydew list. No.
Cracks the knuckles, and he's going to try to open it with athletics, John.
Yep. For the king and all that.
Damn, that's hot.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to break through the door. The passageway into the temple that you kind of elect, is it the primary door? Or are you trying to find like a smaller?
Smaller door.
Okay. So there's like a long tunnel, kind of settles in through the space. There are a couple of doors on the way there. These appear to be residential spots where clergy, monks stay at the time. You can see that there's a brilliant kind of black glow in the end of the passage. There's movement that kind of moves before that, almost as if people are kind of walking past the darkness that's glowing at the end, or the dark light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm.
Tremaine looks back. Are the others following?
Yeah.
Sword
Because
and
he's
board
not
out.
going forward without them. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, there are doorways along the sides here, and you can stop at any of them. But I'd say there's probably a dozen on either side before you get to the end of the passage.
I think it would
Let's
probably be
go to the
smart
end
to
of the
at least check.
passage.
Maybe check one or two before we.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything valuable to steal?
So, when you kind of move to one of the doors, are you going on the left or the right?
The right.
1 through 12, I kind of need to know how close you are to the end before I
Can we roll a d12?
can do what you
I
like.
would have suggested the first one just because
Aw,
we're right
man.
here. But
First one.
Yeah.
Fine.
So, when you move to that door, the left or the right, was it?
right,
The right.
Right door. Okay. Move to it,
R1.
and it is locked. And when you kind of hit against it to kind of check it, you hear a voice inside go, "Oh! Who is it?"
So let's keep walking.
There are people here.
Seems so. Seems so.
Maybe they know
Let's
what's
keep
going on
walking.
though. We
Okay, go ahead, Randy. I'm just going to keep going a little bit further.
okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who is it?
She'll sorry. Hi, my name's Rani. I came from Urs. What happened here on the moon?
Not nothing. Um, what are you talking about?
Uh,
Everything is
This-
totally normal here.
The city is destroyed. There's no one out there.
Oh, outside of the temple?
Yeah.
Sure. That's fine. No, the maladies.
The what?
The maladies. You must have seen them. The blue lights.
Oh, they're gone.
All of them?
I don't know. A good chunk of them, though.
You would have noted there was probably somewhere in the ballpark of hundreds of these blue lights in town.
Okay. And only like
5 of them is
mm,
probably the amount that Thorn or
okay.
whoops. Whoa, that does slip. Soul blew away with me.
What? Scribble, scribble.
Don't take any notes.
Okay. Some of them are gone.
I mean, a few of them are gone,
Oh,
but I guess a good chunk of them are still there.
of course.
What
yeah.
are they?
They're called maladies.
I don't know what that is.
That's what the Moon Knight
Sounds
said.
bad.
So what? Who said?
The Moon Knight.
The Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Who's the Moon Knight?
There's not one in particular. The Moon Knight that sometimes arrives and speaks. That there's a group of them. Dozen, hundreds.
Oh.
Does this city have a name?
Wait, who are you? The door opens and this bald
I
headed
told you
lady
my name's
in her nightgown is kind of looking at you. Who are you again? And then she looks to
I'm
the left and she
sorry.
says, "Oh my god, what did you do to the barrier gate? That's got to be sealed up really quick." She goes back into her room and picks up a blue stone and then starts speaking into it. Yes, yes, someone's broken into the barrier gate. These strangers. And then as she looks at you, looking at her, she shuts her door.
Damn.
Down the hallway we go.
We did call and we did knock.
Right, she was busy. She was in her nightgown, probably just relaxing.
So she was too busy relaxing to answer the door.
She also didn't know who was knocking in the middle of the night. Come on now.
Hey, that's her
That's
self-care
fair.
time.
Do you just
Okay,
rush to the
fine.
door anytime someone knocks, especially in the middle of the night?
I'm a millennial. I
I
don't
mean-
answer the door at any point, but
I'll at least look.
Well, she's a millennial. She's a moon knight. She's been around for
A moonlennial. A moonlennial.
Millennial.
yeah.
this trip to the moon is not going at all how I hope. But I guess continuing on down the hall before the cops show up.
If you are trying to outwit the moon fuzz, I would like for everybody to roll a stealth check, group check. If
Oh God.
more than half get
Are we
it.
trying to outwit them?
But trying to
We could
get
just
out of the
outrun them.
tunnel before, yeah, like again, you don't want to be around or seen leaving the vicinity. So yeah,
This is not going to be good at all.
Perfect.
okay.
Oh my God. This is not good.
So
So like we stumble around a little bit, and then Tremaine would want to
No.
just run.
I got this. So it's a long tunnel. Like I said, it's got like 10 or 12 rooms on either side as you're passing through. This very beautiful styling of like a side cloister to a temple. And when you breach into the large room, the kind of main worshiping hall, you're kind of just taken aback by the size, overwhelming kind of stature of it. It's somewhere in the ballpark of like the size of a football field square, right, or circular rather. The ceiling is blown out from above you. It looks like it was a massive domed ceiling that looks like it was shattered. And in the kind of style of elvish structures, which is not a common thing, mind you, it doesn't look like there are any kind of like buttressing kind of columns or any kind of fortifications. It looks like it was built so perfectly, so precisely, that the dome was able to stand on its own, but some power forced it open like an egg being broken. There are remnants of that fracture on the ground, but it looks as though they have all been built over. In the temple proper, instead of what you'd expect to see in a place of worship, such, there is a camp. It is filled to the brim with small structures that have been built up. Some of them built out of the remnants of the dome. Some of them just completely formed of cloth and what have you. And it looks like people are kind of burgeoning about, moving about as if this were a small town. And as you're kind of just like, everybody's just kind of taken aback, like, there's a literal second at the end of your kind of just, wow, what's going on here? Where Soul goes, oh, we should be hot. And then a squad of 4 individuals walk up to you in brilliant, kind of silvery armor. Seems to have orange silver leaves, like emblazoned upon it. They're all no hair individuals, like so they're all bald, and they have tattoos on their heads that seem to kind of depict like lunar shapes.
Mm.
And when they kind of walk over to you, they kind of stop in front of you and say, "Halt there! Who are you? What are you doing here? It's been a while since we've seen any visitors here."
I'm Rani.
Where do you hail from?
From Earth.
Earth? What brings you to the Temple of Khan?
Well, we came here to seek help, and then there was no one in the city to help us.
Oh, right, the
And
maladies. I'm glad you didn't get absconded by one.
yeah,
They,
no, they're fine.
No, they're not. They're
except, there are at
terrorists.
least a few less of them.
Oh,
Oh, you don't like them?
carry in you the power of the Moon Knights?
I maybe.
Who are you,
I
strangers? But Ronnie, of course, but the rest of you.
I am Soul. This is Tremaine. This is Arya. Well, I guess we come here by way of Einkarad. There was a
Einkarad. One of the guards, seemingly older, says, "Ah, the well.
yeah.
Hmm?
We have heard stories that used to be used for trade.
That's true. That was until
That
the maladies and the Dark Moon,
the Dark
So
Moon.
if
the fall of
they
the
go
mind and the
away,
corruption of the Grey One."
Hold on, hold on. Arya says.
That's a lot of words.
So
That's
we're
a
at the
shit ton of proper nouns. Hold on.
Temple of Shaka Khan.
Just Khan.
We the maladies emerge and stop the trade.
The maladies came. The
Uh
Grey One came. Yes.
the gray one. The gray one is bad. Question mark.
The Grey One wasn't always bad. The old
Always bad.
the old guy says the Grey One used to be the champion of the moon.
Wait a minute. I don't know. I know there's some kind of weird. Before I ever joined the Discord, fuckery happening right now. I
I mean,
see.
there was some
Uh,
fuckery that happened long
I
after
see
you joined the
Tom's.
Discord.
I really related to this.
Yeah, probably.
I see
is
your
the
eyebrows
gray
twitching.
one a gray order person?
Wait, and then the dark moon.
Right. Yes, the passing of the Dark Moon.
The passing of the dark moon. Okay. That means the dark moon went away.
Well, the Dark Moon, like the moon, moves in cycles, but just like the sun and the stars and the planet of Urs. It's always an endless dance.
My family has always, I guess, had some kind of affinity for the moon, and I've heard all kinds of stories from my grandmother. When this gray one and the dark moon, when did this occur? How long have you been
Well, it all came around
barricaded in here?
about 40 years ago, 30 years ago. It's not for us to keep track of the times, but I would say not very long ago. Efforts. The old guy says, I joined the guard 1 century. It was not that long ago, 20 or 30 years. But
This gray one.
be interested in more
Sorry,
details. We don't have them, but from what we understand, you broke through the exterior barricade.
Jermaine
we
sort of
we
Jermaine
did
shrugs.
doesn't know his strength.
we did try to knock and call out, but I suppose it's
Oh, of course. We don't have any gate guards. We typically don't expect visitors to come in through those barrier passages. Um,
Where do they usually come through?
he'll kind of like in kind of moon elf like kind of can't kind of gesture to two of the members of his group, who will then kind of rush past you and go down that hallway.
Mm.
I did chase off the maladies that were nearby, but
I
yes, probably best to.
will say that I have no choice but to detain you. However, I don't want that to sound too terrible. I will be taking you to our leadership.
Oh, well, we should probably talk to them anyways. So,
Of course.
not a bad thing.
I suppose not. Um,
Sorry about your door.
it's a minor crime, but still one that needs to be addressed.
Of course.
All right then. If there's no efforts to resist, he says, smiling, then please accompany me. And then he says, like, does some hand cans to his last remaining partner, who will move behind you, and he'll kind of lead, and the other one will kind of watch behind.
Ronnie will follow.
Do you ask him anything along the way, or are you
The
looking?
you said this gray one was the champion of the moon.
I did.
Did they go by any other names?
I personally do not know. I know that the temple here was built by him aeons ago, and then he left.
And then as we walk, I would be keeping an eye out to see if there's imagery or symbols or anything to make
Yeah.
notes of.
So you would see that, like, kind of up at the kind of where the dais would be for the actual worship, and in the center of the circular space, there are statues. The statue that's in the middle looks like it's broken, and it looks like pieces of it are kind of lying about. Some people looks like they've taken it and kind of put it on their home structures and the like. But the statue that remains, the one that's at the dais where the preaching happens, it appears to be very well detailed and ornate, much larger than life kind of size though. So you don't think it's like something that was frozen or what have you. But it appears to be a depiction of a woman with two beautiful blades riding upon what looks like this divine celestial horse.
With two beautiful what?
Blades, swords.
Blades. Oh,
Blades.
blades.
Yep. And if you'd like to roll religion, you may do so. The target, or sorry, the DC, the word I'm looking for, is lower if you're an elf, and lower if you are lower still if you are soul. Okay.
17.
Yeah. So Ronnie and Soul, uh, just Ronnie and Soul. Yeah, just Ronnie and Soul. Would recognize this individual as Cameron. She is a powerful member of the Grey Order, and she served alongside the champion, known as Thorn Stachianotl. The beast that she rides upon is also a member of the champion's entourage. It is a creature known as a Kirin, which hail from the lands of the Blue Dragon in the Imperial Plane. Um, and cannot, with those checks, remember her name. Just that her essence and what she is. A shapeshifter that can change into a massive, cool divine horse, and also a lady.
The Keyrin.
Right.
Any other?
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say any other statues somewhat together, other symbols of note.
Yeah, so the symbols that are present here are definitely Stachianotl and kind of like presence, right? It's the moon and star. But it's very specifically kind of different than the Halloween star that you're used to. It is very much the moon goddess's temple that's been built here. There aren't many other lingering signs. It definitely looks like this place has been here for centuries, and whatever kind of caused its destruction definitely caused a lot of destruction of the more beautification present inside. The only pieces that seem to stand out are definitely the statue of Cameron and the remnants of the statue of what you presume to be Thorn in the center. There are people bustling, hustling, and there's like a small little marketplace along the way. And eventually you make it to where he is taking you, which is a kind of structure set inside of western side or left side of the dais. And this seems to kind of go back to a uh, inner cloister that would be more appropriated to priests or actual caretakers of the temple proper. You're led into the first room of what appears to be only 6 rooms on each side. And when you enter in, a man seated at a desk with no hair, big elvish ears, and kind of just simple gray robes with kind of uh, designs kind of patterned into them or sewn into them, like little moon and star shapes. Um, Kind of stands up abruptly as you kind of are led in by a guard. These ones have entered the town. They have already performed a crime, but the crime is minor. And then he would ask him to recite the details. He would say, "What did they do?" And then he would explain. Okay, they're pardoned. Fair enough. Feel free to go if you wish. And then he says, "Oh, they might have some questions. They're definitely not from Stasia." Not from Stasia. He
We're
goes,
from Earth.
Einkarad.
Yeah.
Einkarad. Okay. Well, you may leave us, God. And they'll exit, close the door behind, and he gestures to the seats in front of him. Please, please, sit, be comfortable. I I will try and fashion up some beverage for you. I don't know what folks on Einkarad like, but I can definitely muster up some moon milk.
That sounds fun.
Okay. And he kind of
I don't
grabs a
know what it
jug,
tastes like.
pours it into small little, like, just clay cups, and sets a cup of each out in front of you. It appears to
Thank
be
you.
a very thick, porous, kind of gray colored material.
Gross.
Liquid, but also not.
Ronnie will take a sip.
It tastes like chalk, but it tastes like earthy chalk. That first kind of like you kind of take you realize that there are curative properties in the milk, the quote unquote milk, and that it is not in any way a milk. It's kind of like oat milk.
I'm currently kind of imagining it more uh like you just like crushed up a bunch of Tums and put them in water.
Well, yeah, because Tums, as
Ooh.
we discussed, are the magic. But no, roll me a nature
Yeah.
roll because you might actually know what moon milk consists of because it's on Earth as well, hers as well.
10.
It's not. It's something that you've kind of passed by, and you kind of know that it exists in like caves and stuff. But you don't know how it comes to form itself.
Wait, no, I do.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it
Wait, we
before.
did. It was the
Yeah.
mushrooms.
I'm gonna take a nice big gulp of that.
Hell yeah, it goes down just about as you'd expect it to. Deliciously.
Ronnie's actually just like flipping through her notebook just like I am right now because I know that I wrote this down.
For sure.
Yeah, we did talk about it. I got an
We
18 nature
did.
check, but
Yeah. So if you recall moon milk is it's also known as mont milk or cave milk. It's kind of like
Yes.
a white or gray creamy substance that's found inside like limestone caves. Basically, as water kind of perpetuates through and builds up the silt, it creates pools of this material, and it has curative properties. It can either be consumed, which is not the suggested passage of moon milk. It's usually better to apply it.
maybe if you're uncultured.
It's better to apply it to wounds or like abrasions, what have you, and it kind of acts as like a salve. But
Wait, hold
the
on. Wait. So we'll like actually be like, wait. This Aria, this might help with that indigestion.
Let me take my Pepto Bismol.
do you take the moon milk?
Hell yeah.
It definitely does help. For sure.
Nice.
I'm a fucking doctor, okay?
Yeah,
Wow, Dr. Soul.
I'd say go ahead and roll
I
dice
drink
equal to your hit dice size, and if you have any missing hit points, you can regain. But I don't think anybody.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
And so he would say, "So you came from the well, I presume. What
Yes.
business do you have here in Khan?"
Well, I admittedly have more than one reason for wanting to come here. My family has always spoken about the moon, but also from Einkrad, we are. I don't know when the last time anybody from here tried to venture through Einkrad, but it seems as though it has been through a rough period. But the tree that this portal connects to has recently been retaken, so we thought it prudent to see about reopening the trade routes or establishing some sort of.
The last time that the well was used, a woman with swords named Losay came down the well.
My grandmother knew her.
She had
Say.
others with her. It was 20 years ago, I'd say. Maybe 30. Anyways, the red-headed swordswoman came with an entourage of individuals, and they took from the temple something that we were holding for the champion of the moon, the star of the moon, Thorn Stashianadl, the one who built this temple centuries and centuries and centuries ago. Well, what they took from us, they did so because they had right. Losay was a member of the same order as Thorn. So she was allowed to take the item that she had and had come for, and they removed it. And when they took it, from what I understand, the champion himself came here in a rage and sought them out. I believe he chased after them very shortly after they had left, and I assumed that he might have caught up with them. However, I do know that not long after that affair, very short discourse, that's when the dark moon shone in the heavens above us. And
The
from that,
sword?
no, uh, the dark moon. He kind of takes a second, walks over to a book on his shelf, pulls it off and sets it on the table, opens it up, and inside you would see that it is a book that has what appear to be the lists of list and names at the beginning of creatures or entities. You're not sure what they are. One name that stands out, Arya, you would see that one name that stands out to you is ULDUNTI, Old Unti, and you're kind of like, huh? As the book opens and then kind of moves through. It comes to a page where you see what appears to be a brain with an eye, like the brain from a top down perspective, with an eye settled in the middle of it. And at the top of the page it says Old Alatane. And he says, the Dark Moon. The thing that resides in the sky known as Umbra, it sometimes passes by. And I believe that it was in full effect, for the entity itself was massive, shining, pink. And I believe that there was a fight upon it, a great conflict. The weird stars around it were exploding in the air. Eventually, the thing was dispatched. But after it died or was stopped, these maladies descended down from it. Things. And when they started consuming people, they would tear them from their bodies violently, horrifically. And inside of their forms, the ghosts of the people remain.
I suppose it's good that some of them were dispatched then.
It it is a matter of understanding that those who have the blessing of the moonlight can dispatch them with great force. I have an ability to cause them to back away, but it is a limited capability. I can only do it a couple of times per day. There is a greater priest, but he has not been here for months now. His business, he said he was dealing with something that was on his head. I don't know what he meant by that. The way he said it, and he kind of recites it in Elvish, and it's kind of this just weird, like, play on, like, tip of my tongue, but, like, tip of my mind kind of situation that only works in Elvish and not the common tongue.
Well, I made several of them. I guess you say several of them were obliterated, but I don't feel like I can do that frequently.
No, it's fine. Have power in you. That's great. If you'd like, I can give you guidance, or perhaps I can help you matters at hand. What are you here for?
It seems as though this place and the Southern Tree and Einkarad were allies or partners in the past, and again, just trying to reestablish that, and
Oh my
I guess sate
word!
my curiosity about the moon.
The great trees of Einkarad, they still stand.
Not all of them.
Oh,
They have seen better days.
yes. Well,
You're muted, Liz.
Oh,
good.
the
No,
moment's gone.
no, throw it back in there. Throw it back in there.
She was saying that like the trees are getting better and it's like 4 out of 5 of them.
Oh, good. Thank you for
But
speaking up
far
there.
far more nonchalant and like innocent than I am.
I couldn't hear you before. I'm 700 years old. You must
Oh,
understand.
sorry. I'll
Right.
have to speak up more.
It's okay. Well, so interesting. We had a growth patch for the great trees. I believe it was the original plan to have them planted here and have our own groves created, but unfortunately, no substantive issues were able to be kind of exacted upon. We grew them, but our access to where they were being grown, it unfortunately has been taken from us by the maladies. And the matter regarding our contact with your people fell away well before the champion, the red-headed swordswoman, and everything happened. It was 30 years before that. They said they were
I
fighting
think.
some sort of wizard's war.
Oh, yeah, there was that, and then I think there was some sort of like blight going on.
I know not
Yes.
much of it, but I do know that we were doing well until a champion and the swordswoman came.
He's,
Palatine.
the the swordswoman took something. Was it freely given, or did she?
We gave it to her. She spoke in truth that she was a member of the same order as Thorn. We gave it to her.
Hmm.
It was a relic that was left here.
My grandmother always spoke so highly of her. I don't understand what would have caused the champion to be so enraged about that.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that it was definitely very sudden. She arrived at the temple and said, I require the relic of tongues. Which I said, what right do you have to take it? She displayed her Grey Order sigil. And she also displayed orders from someone named Nayland. I was told if anybody displayed the Grey Order sigil, they could take any relics that were present here, up and to the items of the Lawbringer. The
What is
hammer
the
of Amun Kreber is kept here.
So
what
we'll
is the
look as
relic
it.
of tongues?
I do not know. I know great stories about many an item that are present here, but there are two that definitely I have very, very little information about. The Relic of Tongues, I was told by my teacher, and I believe was taught himself by the first priest of this temple, appointed here by Thorn himself. And it is supposed to be something from the stars. Great and powerful gemstone, I suppose. It was kept inside of a gold container, very ornate, covered with stone. The other
Do
relic of...
we?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Do do we know in character like about the Grey Order? Is that something that most people know about, or is it sort of like
I think it's kind
the
of
Met?
I think it's kind of understood. Like, imagine you were a person that existed in the world where the Avengers exist.
Okay, they're like the Avengers of the
Like
world.
legendary
They're like
figures, yeah.
legendary heroes that are always protecting the
Okay.
world.
The
So they're not
soul
like
has a very. It seems to not like for some reason.
okay, but they're not like Mossad
He's
or
not.
something
He's
where
not.
it's like top secret
He's
or
not a fan
whatever.
of the GCU. um.
Okay, I gotcha.
Right. Correct.
So
Correct. Correct. You don't know like the ins and outs of their lives and such unless you were like a very avid reader and your history skill is good.
okay, so we know that they're so like I as a person in this world know that they exist.
Yep.
I do have history trained.
Me too.
So I probably know like as I'm hearing
The more
these like I
popular
know like
names.
the lore.
Thorn is
Okay,
a name you would know. Nalen is a name you would know.
all right.
They were there when the Covenant of the Ascended was signed.
When you told me the spelling is like old auntie, is that like was that literally like that? Was it like that, or did I notice the letters in old Alatain?
So no. This would be two separate names. It was in like the table of contents is where you saw Old Auntie. She's
Oh
also
shit.
in the book, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And now you know the actual spelling thereof.
Yeah.
Well, do you know anything about old auntie?
Old Auntie. And he kind of and he starts flipping through, goes to the table of contents, then kind of flips through and goes to a page where it shows um a symbol that appears to be a cross, or sorry, a Atavian cross next to a eye with what almost appears like a house on it, like a roof on it, and three dots to the side. It's a very strange symbol to her. He starts looking over it and says, "Not much is said here. She is known as the Eye in the Forest, great old one from before the times of the One Wood, some being that came from the age of that were that are lost from our pages. Um, she does not have much here regarding, and he'll turn the book around to you, and yeah, you would see that there does be seem to kind of point out a couple of like important notes here. Old Auntie is a creature that existed in the Feywild during the Lost Age, and has apparently been around for a long time, and is the master of a creature known as the Nothic. Nothics, if you're not familiar with them, are aberrations that
Rude.
resemble a tall and lanky humanoid covered in spine. And instead of having a forehead or eyes of a sense, they instead have just one big ass eye.
Cool.
A Nothic.
That's gross.
I'm doodling it before I even look.
Nice. It looks a little bit more.
Like a goddamn alien.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more like an alien than a humanoid.
It's the
Human,
humanoid
right?
shape. Humanoid shape's prerequisite is
Humanoid.
that it has two legs and two arms. Okay? The
Yeah.
only thing that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
up a
yeah.
human definition.
It's
I
It
super
was
love
gross.
pretty close, not gonna lie.
I
So,
like the
Hold on.
I
oh
like how
yeah,
they're kind of like
yeah, they got the
yeah,
yeah, and they're doing like the like cunty kind of like head down,
long nail.
long nails,
Yeah. Bad posture.
absolutely just dripping,
Wet.
wet.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Arya immediately is like, "Wow, these things are super cool." Can I summon one or
A Nothic? No. I don't.
That one's name would be Super Gooby.
I don't think
super
so.
goopy?
Let's
It's
take a
very
look
gooby.
at the aberrational list for the summon
But
aberration.
of course, no. So it's not. I can't. I mean, I think what I would, probably bully my way into is summoning some, like a slot or something and just skinning it. Or not a slot. The one
Holy
is
shit! What?
I
Why?
can summon one.
No, Beholderkin, Mind Flayer, or Slod.
Oh yeah, and just skin it like a not thick because they're cool.
Yeah, I think the closest thing would probably be a beholder.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like my Nothic sketch. It's pretty good.
I can't see it. My
it's real
cat's
cute.
bouncing. Oh, you did great. It's basically the
10 out
same
of
guy.
10. Yeah.
That
Uh,
humanoid.
nailed it. Yeah.
It's got 2 arms, 2 legs, spines on its back, and a giant eye, and it's got a mouth. So
Well, is
He's
there
hungry.
anything else I can help you with?
How do we establish
If you,
relations with you?
well, you're doing that right now. That's the power of conversation. You said something about the great trees being more or less still present in Einkarad. It would behoove us if they were, for certain, still present. The gate at current is not stable. It only allows for us to see it in a very limited scope, and unfortunately, the timing of it on our end is problematic because it seems that at the highest point of light in our area, that is when there are less maladies. But unfortunately, the greatest state of darkness that is facing you, our moon, is when we get the most maladies. What we're dealing with
Mm,
right now. Um,
mm,
but if you could somehow stabilize the gate by fixing the trees, it'd be great. There's a
mm.
dryad seed grove just a ways from here.
And you mentioned it was difficult for you to access now. Is that also because of the
The
maladies allowed?
maladies, yes, they're quite the problem. You would definitely need to deal with them for certain. If you were traveling, I could lend you my. And he kind of lifts up his holy symbol, kind of pulls it off of his head and sets it down on the table. My holy symbol, I was gifted by my mentor. And it's just a big ass moon, like Flava Flav clock size fucking moon and star, like gold, just bedazzled with fucking diamonds and platinum, and it's just like a very glorious looking holy symbol. Like it's a
Nice.
bit OTT. Like it is it. I should have mentioned it like at the beginning because it's so fucking crazy. But I think the reveal of me giving it to you makes it even cooler.
fair,
That
fair, fair.
leave your defenses weaker? Would that put
Well,
people at risk here?
as long as the doors aren't getting knocked over by strangers, we should be fine.
Oh,
Is there a way that we can like contact you when we need back in or
Oh no, I'll show you the correct way in and out.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course. But again, you don't have to rush off at this moment's notice. If you want to, you can. I have more moon milk. I can definitely get you some
I
lunar
think
cheese.
uh, Arya over here hasn't been
Oh.
feeling well, so I think more moon milk would be at least appreciated for
Of
her.
course, jog, clay cup. It's more of a plop 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 than a pour. Hell yeah!
Oh no.
And then sets that out in front of Arya. I hope you enjoy, and doesn't even seem to care about the fact that your face is like.
Enjoy your Imodium AD.
Enjoy your medicine. You've got to drink it all down, darling.
Oh
Why
no.
does he sound like that now?
Because I changed it mid
Fucking
sentence.
old auntie's taking him over.
That's what's happening. Yeah, you
Ugh.
mentioned old auntie. Now he's old auntie.
Do the malady, the mal, do new ones seem to be forming,
Oh
or
yes, of course. Stupid children who get out and about, people who we do not feel are polite enough for society here, and are wandering about in the town, hiding away where they can. There's definitely that, and there are also some who wish to become them, and will leave the temple on occasion to go out and seek one to be turned into a ghost. Unfortunately, there isn't much of a means of escaping Khan. We do have a means of acquiring resources. I am able to create food and water, and so are my pages. Um,
Hmm.
but yes, it is not exactly the most beneficial of lives. There are some people, they call themselves reclaimers, who will go out into the town and reacquire things that have been lost to us over the decades. But as I'm sure you know, traveling with two elves, I assume they're the same on her side of things. We are a very patient and slow to do people. If it is not an absolute necessity, we are not exactly quick to act. So yes, it has been a few decades here, and we have come to an existence that we are agreeable with. But it is one that some people wish to escape by one means or another.
Do you foresee a way to get rid of the maladies and retake the town?
Oh,
Or
sure. So when the champion returned to us after trying to catch up with the red-handed swordsman, our swordswoman, he left that for us, and he gestures like to a painting on the wall of the Black Blade. It doesn't look like it's a beautifully done piece of art. Maybe something he's done that's kind of on the wall, and it shows like the temple with the Black Blade above it.
Mhm.
I saw the blade, but I don't understand how that would get
It's
rid of them.
it stops the maladies from coming near it. If they get too close, like spaghetti. Lunar elves have spaghetti.
Nice.
It is usually a cheese pasta. They use the very
Mm.
The lunar cheese?
lunar
Okay.
cheese. Yeah.
Is it made with
Mhm.
moon milk?
No.
No.
Water. You don't.
Lunar elves are Italian, confirmed.
Moon, moon, moon milk is a bit hard to get to a boil,
Oh, okay.
and you need it to boil to get the noodles just right, al dente, which is, of course, moon elf for hard.
Oh my god.
I gotta
That's
go.
canon now. Okay. Well, I suppose there's many things to consider to reestablish a connection here. The Dryad Seed Grove, it still stands?
As far as I understand, I don't think that the reclaimers state that everything that grows outside is still doing it, and all of the food resources are still intact. Elves typically don't keep food that won't keep for a long, long time, so most of the resources therein are still usable.
How far is the grove from here?
Oh, I don't know distance wise. It's on the outskirts of the city, so it's not out of the city, but it's there.
An hour, an hour's walk or more?
Well, I've never been. Uh,
Oh,
yes, it was not my business. I would say that probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's been a long time since I
8 hours
checked.
later, we're still like,
Right.
It might be prudent for us to check it when the light is a little better, you said that?
Yes, so we do have a day night cycle, like you. This is a weird. This is bringing me back to when we used to have guests here. They assumed that it was always nighttime here because we're the moon. That's quite bigoted, actually, in the way that you're thinking. You're thinking from a very Earth focused kind of perspective. We have cycles just as you do. It's just that they are not the same. The moon doesn't spin like Earth does. It orbits around the planet. Be it nights, days, but they are longer than yours.
And I'm assuming that with what you said of the portal, it will remain night for as long as the
It will be
portal
night
and gear align.
more often. Um, it will still have small, minuscule points of time where daylight is out. But it is, I think, you might have enough time to get there and back if you just ran there, touched it, and ran back. If you'd like to stay here until that light time is about to be upon us, you're welcome. And there are some things you can seek about in our markets. Buy from the reclaimers. They won't take currency, but they do take trade. They love trade when it's available.
Girl, we
And
all love trade.
hopefully they will have more opportunities to partake of that once we get things settled.
I'm sure they would be most happy. And if you meet with some of the merchant lords of the Dome, there aren't many. I think 3. Maybe they'd be willing to parley with you in helping you let your endeavors succeed. I'll introduce you to. And when he says that, he's kind of preparing for that. Obviously, there's also the preparation for leaving the next day. With the time as it is, I'm going to say that's where we're going to end the session for tonight. And we will continue our exploration of the moon, specifically the Dome of Khan, next session. See you then.